So first we have this nonsense I'm hearing in Ohio. You know, we might have to take your kid. What the? What the? Take your kid. You know, quarantine if your kid's at school, but we may have to put them in a quarantine center. You know, was that a FEMA camp? Quarantine center. You know, of course, liberal Democrat bastards in Ohio doing this. No one's done it yet. Of course, they're just trying to say, basically, essentially declare some kind of ordinance or some nonsense that allows them to do that. However, moving on to our neighbors to the north of Ohio, Quebec City says it will isolate uncooperative citizens in secret corona facility. Authored by Paul Joseph Watson via Summit News. Authorities in Quebec City, Canada, have announced they will isolate uncooperative citizens in a coronavirus facility, the location of which remains a secret. During a press conference, Dr. Jacques Girard, was that Jacques? That's not Jacques Cousteau, who heads the Quebec City Public Health Authority, drew attention to a case where patrons were at a bar or they were ordered to wait until their COVID-19 test came back, but disregarded the command and left the premises before the results came back positive. This led them to being deemed uncooperative and forcibly interned in a quarantine facility. We may isolate from someone for 14 days, Girard said during the press conference. And it is what we did this morning. Forced the person to cooperate with the investigation, and police cooperation was exceptional. The health official then outlined how the state is also tracking down people for violating their home quarantine and forcibly removing them to the secret facility. Because we have had people isolated at home, and then we saw the person was not at home, so we went to their home and then told them, we are isolating you where we want you to be, said Girard. 6 other Quebec City bars, known to have been frequented by some kind of regulars, are now being examined by public health officials. It should be noted that it is not being claimed that anyone is actually sick from the coronavirus, but the state has the power to force a citizen into isolation anyways. As we previously highlighted, the government of New Zealand announced similar measures, saying that they will put all new coronavirus infectees and their close family members in quarantine facilities. Well, I find that interesting because there's this thing, this crazy, silly, stupid right-wing conspiracy is passing around the internet right now that shows a link to the World Health Organization, United Nations link, that shows who bought coronavirus test kits, and they act which countries, how much they paid, and it was all in 2018 to 2019. So I went to the web archive to look at when that website was updated, because if you go there now, it says like medical equipment. It doesn't say COVID-19 test equipment anymore. And sure enough, on the 6th of September, it had changed. And the old data showed that it said COVID-19 test kits. That's pretty interesting. So the question is, how long are the people going to allow this before they stand up and fight back? Again, we're lucky we have a Trump. However, even having a Trump, to see what Ohio has declared. Now, no one's been quarantined yet, but I can't wait to see what happens in Ohio and maybe some of these other liberal states, liberal-run states. Take care.